So functions really trip up students. So we're going to start slowly, and I want you to watch these videos over and over until you feel like you really have a handle on how to create functions. But up until this point, you've been creating programs basically like this, just in a file. Here are my variable declarations. I'm doing some printing of a welcome message. I have some inputs. I'm doing a calculation, and I have my outputs. So from here on out, you'll always start with a main function. And so to create a function, we say def, that means definition or define, main. And then functions will always have these two parentheses and then a colon. And then everything that goes in the function will be indented. So that's how Python knows that all of these statements go with this function. So if I run this program, you can see nothing happened, because once you define a function, these statements will not execute until you call that function. And so at the bottom, I'm going to call the function main. And so this is how you call a function. You just say its name, and then you just list the parentheses. Notice there's no colon at the end. There's no def at the beginning. And notice, this is really important, that it is not indented. There's no space before the word main. And there's no space before the word def. So here's a little tip. When you're creating your functions, make sure the word def is never indented. If you find yourself doing something like this, notice that this is indented. That will not be correct. Your program won't work as you want it to. So just know that any function has to start with the word def, and it will not be indented.